Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Terrell. Thank you for stopping by Esteemed Queen and Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Put this everywhere that your eyes blink to see people, things, and experiences. There is a giveaway going on down below at the website, esteemedmentality.com. Ooh. So please be sure to stop by there and definitely drop some comments down below and drop some comments down at the website as well. So without further ado, want to talk about something, excuse me, that I think it should be a topic. Okay, we should talk about it. Okay, we need to bring this up loud and clear, and that is when you find yourself in a place where you're just going into a new season, you're going into a new chapter, and you want to know what are the signs of you seeing this come into existence. I can speak for experience and only for my experience that there's like 5 top things I noticed in my transition of growth and change. Not all of it is good, not all of it is bad, but it definitely weighs out on both sides. And when I explain it to you how I feel it, maybe it will help a lot of you out there that are going through the trials and tribulations and you feel like things are going to get worse before they get better, versus you already be optimistic about the outcome being coming out on the other side and just battling what is in front of you as like it's a round in a boxing match. You feel me? Like, you got to understand there's a difference between the battle and the war. You may feel like you lost, you took that L right then and there, like, okay, well, now I got to move on. Honey, you won and you don't even know that you were fighting. And you know how you won? You didn't give up. So one of the things that I've understood within my time frame of going through trenches, trials, and tribulations is that if you're able to come out on the other side, that lets you know that God is pleased. You didn't give up. You had some type of faith. Again, I've referenced this before. If you get up every single day and you don't put on the same clothes, you don't eat the same food, you don't consume the same things into your mentality to make you feel as if like you're still in that same spot, then that's hidden faith. You got up, you changed your clothes, you ate something different, you're trying something from a different perspective. So stop being so fucking hard on yourself. Like, seriously. I don't know who that was for, but we need to get into the mentality of understanding the signs of when we're coming into new seasons. I like to put it in reference like this. When you know you got that home girl, you got that bro that been working their ass off, you know they've been trying to get their shit together and they've been on their toes, and suddenly, like, they come into something, they come into a promotion, they come into some type of elevation that they're so excited that they have to share it with you. Okay, that's a sign of you coming into a new season. Though it does not physically or mentally or any way, shape, or form you think comes to you as a way like it's being beneficial for you. It really is, because I feel like if God is that close to touch one of my friends, he's close enough to touch me. So as far as I'm concerned, if God is touching my friend, that means he's in the fucking group. He is in the group. He is just duck, duck, goose in our asses. So I'm just going to sit right there, and I'm just not going to hold my breath because I want to be alive to tell about it. But I'm definitely going to wait my turn. And in the midst of me waiting my turn, I appreciate everything before and up to. You feel me? So just wait your turn. Just wait your turn. In the midst of you waiting your turn, understand that means your new season is coming. For everything that's new that you embark on, or you pave a forth with, that is a new beginning. Talk that. So let's get into it. So the signs for entering a new season. Top of my list, your feelings are going to seem a bit different about the same things. It's not so much of you being more emotional than logical. It's more or less the other way around. You're going to become more logical about your time because you're understanding that your time was once being invested into things that didn't really serve a purpose. That's why it's no longer with you and you're moving forward. So you need to have an understanding that though you may look at the same thing, the same person, they may look the same, but your feelings are not going to be the same. You're not that same person you were 4 years ago. You know, you're more logical now than emotional. Just think about it. You were with that person years ago, and then now suddenly you run into that person. Well, to you, they still seem like they're the same. They still look the same, even though the futures have changed to them. But they're still the same looking to you. But your perspective in how they are and their character from your point of view is different. So therefore, you know, moving forward into a new season or a new chapter, what it is that you want to entertain is growth. You feel me? You think someone that disrespected you in your 20s is someone that you want to enjoy your life with in your 40s? What? Oh, child, where is fuck you Avenue? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have a different perspective, even though you things will still have a same picture with you. Like nothing will seem as if like it's gotten older. But that's a sign that you're coming into a new season. That's growth. You know, you're supposed to learn. What once was a lesson is now an experience. That's how you know you've grown. Okay? So number 2 is what I like to call growing pains. And I had to learn one the worst way, the hardest way, but I'm glad that I did. And it's because though it hurts, I'm still moving. And you know, you to be a warrior, let me tell you something, and I'm going to do another video on this. To be a warrior, you have to have some type of high tolerance to what is meant to tear you down. You got to have a very high tolerance, a very high guard, a very high shield, very strong shield to be able to endure a lot. You know, you have to be resilient. You feel me? Like you got to be ironclad in a lot of things about yourself to be able to make it through a lot of these battles and wars and fights. So when I say it hurts, but you're still moving, that's a growing pain. Like, yo, like it tore my heart in half, but it didn't break it. You feel me? It tore my heart, but it didn't break me. It didn't break my heart. It just tore it. So guess what? Knowing that I know what to do with needle and thread, I know how to sew it back up and make it look like it's brand new. You feel me? So it's growing pains. It is growing pains. Like for every best friend we so happens to fall out with, or loved one that we fall out with and we come back together, or you just learn from it and you move on with life, but you find yourself in a place where you're happy and you're full of bliss and you accept what was. That's growing pains. You know what I'm saying? Like you're growing and the pain not gonna last long. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, when I was growing up, I played basketball a lot. My dad taught me basketball. And in the midst of me really getting into the love of it, I feel like honestly I fell out of love of it. Not because my parents separated and divorced, but honestly I had a really bad, intense growing pains in my knees. And after a while, you know, after a couple of seasons of layups and, you know, picks and it's just in running, it's a lot. It's a lot. And at 9 years old, that's how I felt. Like it was just a lot on my knees. But ultimately I grew out of it. You know what I'm saying? I was growing up so fast, literally. Eventually I grew out of it and I got back into sports and I went into tennis. And then it was the thing of my ankles. You know, you're doing a lot of going back and forth fast. And I had to grow into an understanding about growing pains in my ankles. But it didn't stop me. You feel me? I will still go out here and run 100 on your ass quick. and won't look back, will scan a fence like I'm right back home, won't bother me. You would think I was the one who stole it. I'm just running because everybody else running. I will run on your ass quick. Heels too, sneakers too, barefoot, call it what you want. But it didn't stop me. I can still tell you I can do those things because I can. You feel me? So the growing pains are going to come, but be excited because that means you're coming into a new season. So you just got to rearrange your buttons, boo. Get your sewing threads, your yarn, your crochet hook, whatever the hell you good with, and keep it in your pouch because you're just going into a new season. Okay, let me speed this up. So number 3 is you become more attentive. You know what I'm saying? Like you pay more attention to details, even if it's the same thing. You're more attentive to details. You know, something will stick out to you emotionally to let you know that it's either you're going the way of the conversation or you're going the opposite way. You may feel different about how someone approaches you, not so much in the way of they're being disrespectful, but as far as like they could show more respect because you show more respect. We go back to the golden rule and we go back to elevating our value and our energy. We have to keep in mind that we have to pay attention to these things because what you will let slip, someone's intentionally putting it there to see if you're paying attention. So you learn to be more cautious with what you're hearing and what you're listening to and how you're responding because you know certain things now. You know certain traits. You know certain things are toxic, and there's a difference between toxic people and people with toxic traits. You are like you're laser in on that shit because you refuse to let it happen again under your condition, underneath your eye, underneath your vision. I'm there with you, honey. Kings, queens, husbands, wives, children, chicks, or children. I'm with you. I understand. I understand. But, you know, number 4 is, like I said in the beginning, if you can make it through that season, God is pleased. And when he is pleased, you got to understand this too. And I heard this on Law and Order, but it still sticks with me. And this is one thing that helped me get out of my depression. And I have put it on my mirror in my bathroom. I keep it in my car. And that is, if anything is willing to fight that hard to survive, it deserves to live. Don't play with me on this channel, yo. I'm gonna need for you to go over to esteemedmentality.com and I'm going to challenge you to a summons to elevate. It's on the blog. And I challenge you to elevate. Because in your new season, that's what you're going to have to do. So everything that you've learned to discard and keep, you're going to have to learn how to nourish and fertilize and enrich. So that way it can help you get to your goals and your accomplishments. Because we treat both of those differently. And then from there, that's going to motivate you to want to go and expand more. So you have to recognize what season you're in and ending, and the one that's about to open up. All your notes that you need to pass your next level of tests and pop quizzes are called the lessons that you just went through. This is why you feel different. This is why you're not doing the same things or you're not feeling the same way. This is why you're paying more attention and you're more cautious. But at the end of the day, you understand how you're going to hashtag live your best life is that you're not going to sit here and keep putting yourself in a place where you feel like you can't forgive yourself first. That is a bonus for you because that's another way for you to step into your new season. Forgive yourself for whatever it is that you went through and you just didn't learn the first time. Because now you're feeling different and now you're going into a new season. So don't tell me I don't serve a merciful God, a favorable God. You should too. I'm trying to tell you, the walk on this side is way different. It's way different. But when I tell you, when you go into your new season, and I use all of this to be able to walk into my new season, I have a good friend of mine, love her to pieces, love her to pieces. And she said to me, she said, Ash, you know what I'm saying? When you put forth your all, but it don't work out, you have to also understand this. It's going to take twice as much time to grow as it is to heal. And it's absolutely true. It's almost like you having a bank account and it's in a deficit. You got to make that money back to pay the bank. And then you got to put money back in the bank, probably double, just so you can see a green. You know what I'm saying? Like, you to see some type of profit. So yeah, it takes twice as much, you know what I'm saying, to grow than it is to heal. It's real quick to pay a bank back, but then when you got to put that back that you borrowed against and then some, oh yeah, it takes a lot to grow. She's absolutely right. Shouts out to her. So I'm gonna need for you to understand that it's worth living, it's worth existing, it's worth elevating, and you just be you. Be you. Don't apologize. If it was meant for you to be someone else, hell, you've been twins. So go over to esteemedmentality.com. Join us in the warrior community on Facebook. Join us in the extendeds on our Patreon channel. And absolutely, absolutely, absolutely go to the website and check out all the devotionals that we got popping, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram for weekly devotionals as well. And we got that giveaway coming up once we get to 250 likes or subscribers. So I will see y'all soon. Remember, love don't beat nobody, and I will see you soon for another video. Bye.